All right, everyone, welcome to the second game of the tournament here. Rockets versus the Kansas City Outlaws. No, Icehawks, Kansas City Icehawks. Sorry, I keep saying that wrong. Face-off won by the Rockets. Back to Malin Smith. Malin Smith kicks it back into the neutral zone. Rockets still in control. Now Riddy with the puck. Sends it up the boards, but intercepted by the Icehawks. Shot. Saved by Watson. Rockets spinning around, but Icehawks are able to keep the zone. Icehawks now from the top of the circle. And the Rockets flip it back into the neutral zone. It's trickling down. It's going to be icing on the Rockets. 10:58 left in the first period. Both teams bring their second lines onto the ice. Face-off won by the Icehawks. Back from the point. Shot. Deflected out in front. And kicked into the neutral zone. That's going to be offsides on the Icehawks. Face-off right outside the zone. Rep on the face-off. Sends it over to the boards. Back to the point and then flipped into the corner. Rockets battling to keep it in the zone. Repo sends it back deep again. And flipped up the board and the Rockets lose the zone. Good defense by Salmons to keep the Icehawks from that center pass, capitalizing on the center pass. Centered right across the front of the goal, but no Rockets there to capitalize. Now Icehawks back through the zone. They got a breakaway here. Watson skates out and covers that as the Icehawks couldn't quite get there fast enough, just leading them just a little bit too much. Face off controlled by the Icehawks, sent back into the corner. Icehawks can't get a shot off. Centered by the Icehawks, but the Rockets defense was able to keep a shot from happening. Now Rockets skate back through the other side of the ice. Center pass, but Rockets were doing a line change, so it went right to an Icehawk. Robbie tries to keep it in the zone, but can't. Icehawks almost get another breakaway there. Pass. Oh. Rockets get back on sides. That was Brown, and then take it across the line and end up offsides again. Sullivan on the face-off. Smith behind the net. Skates up, passes it into the neutral zone. Icehawks right back in again, though. Now back to the point for the Icehawks. They send it from point to point. Skates up, shoots it. It deflected out in front off a Rocket, and now the Rockets are heading back the other way. Malin Smith in control of the puck. He's got Brown with him. Loses the puck, though, off the back check from the Icehawks. And they're heading back the other way. Through a stick from Sullivan. Now shot. And scooped up by Watson. Off the ice. And covered. 7:19 left in the first period. Face-off won by the Icehawks. Immediately shot and then deflected out in front. Up to the point. He sends it back deep into the slot, but Salmons is able to push that out. Back into the neutral zone. Rockets heading back the other way. Repa's trying to get there. Oh, Icehawks center pass. Salmons is there again. Center pass again, but Icehawks couldn't get a stick on it. Back to the point, and the Icehawks lose the zone. They pass it over to the other defender, and he prepares to enter the zone again, and they do. Now Icehawks skating around. Backhand shot goes wide left. And it's going to be offsides on the Icehawks. Couldn't quite keep it in the zone. Kansas City does a real good job of passing the puck around. Also doing a great job of having a guy in front of the net for center passes. One of these is going to fall eventually. The Rockets are going to have to keep paying attention to that. Make sure there's no defender. Defender gets cleared out. Face off back inside the Rockets zone off the icing, I guess. 5:59 left. Face-off won by the Icehawks, sent back into the corner of the ice. The Rockets send it up towards the defender, who holds the zone. Rockets again with somebody, Icehawks had somebody right in front of the net again. Center pass, but again, not able to capitalize. Rockets had a breakaway back the other way, but lost the puck before they could get a shot off. Whittle diving around, avoids the trip, but keeps the breakaway from scoring. Face-off's going to be inside the Rockets zone off the cover. Sullivan on the face-off. Center pass again by the Icehawks, but not able to get a shot off of it again. Now Brown with the puck. He makes a pass to Sullivan, back to Brown. Now over to the other Rocket there. And Icehawks are able to kick it back to the other side of the ice, but that's going to be for an icing. Rockets lose the face-off. Still able to keep it in the zone though. And now the Icehawks break free. Got a 1-on-2 here. Shot wide right. Malin Smith tries to get it out of the zone, goes back to the point. He shoots and then it's deflected out in front. Now Malin Smith, flips it in front of the net. Turns out not to hurt too bad. And that's going to be a penalty on elbow under the back of the head against the boards for Malin Smith. Dun, 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 dun. Icehawks going to get their first power play of the day. 3:59 left in the first, and it looks got 2-minute penalties instead of a minute and a half. Not sure if that's right or not. I think the penalties are only supposed to be a minute and a half. From the slot, shot wide left or deflected left off Watson. Now the Rockets able to clear the zone. Icehawks gather the puck though and send it right back in again. Salmons chases after it. Shot high. Now back to the point again. Rep is able to kick it back into the zone and chases after it. Center pass again by the Icehawks. Rockets able to kick it into the neutral zone, clear the zone. Now Icehawks right back in again. And shot. Salmons gets a stick on it, but he's still able to get the shot off. And Watson saves it and then covers. 2:45 left in the first. 47 seconds left in the power play. Or penalty kill. Face-off won by the Icehawks, back to the point. Shot gets all the way through into Watson, who deflects it off to the right, my right. Another center pass. Now the Rockets with a breakaway. That's somebody in front of the net. Back to the point. He skates up and shoots it, but Icehawks are too deep right in front of him and block it before it gets through to the net. Now back the other way. Whittle with the puck in the neutral zone. Icehawks come away with it. They got a 2-on-1 breakaway. They do a little bit too much stick handling though, and the Rockets end up with the puck. Brown skates back the other way. That's not Brown. Power play is now over. And Icehawks are back the other way. They send it into the zone and go for a line change. Minute 40 left in the period. Whittle with the puck. Passes it up. Intercepted And then back into the zone, back to Whittle. He sends it back into the neutral zone again. Backhand shot gets deflected out in front. Whittle behind the net. He sends it up the boards. Sullivan now has got a guy in front of the net. Shot and deflected out in front deflected by the goalie. The Rockets kick it deep into the corner. Rockets have two guys in front of the net, looking to center it. Can't get the pass off. Now they do, but now none of the Rockets are in front of the net. Rockets shut down that puck. Icehawks break out. But then the Icehawks lose the puck again. Now it's back into the zone. And that's going to end the first period, all tied up 0-0. Face-off to start the second period. The Rockets come out away with it. Looks like it's Brown. Loses an edge. Nope, gets tripped. That's going to be tripping. Going to give the Rockets a power play. Their first power play of the game here with 11:51 left in the second period. See if the Rockets can capitalize on a 4-on-5. Face-off won by the Rockets. Sent back deep into the zone. Oh, center pass. Deflected before the Rockets could get a shot off. Now back Malin Smith at the point. He sends it towards the net, gets hit in front by Fisher. The Rockets able to keep it in, but now a breakaway for the Icehawks back the other way, and shot ends up going high. Rockets avert a goalie there, or a goal there. Now back into the neutral zone. The Rockets, now Brown with the puck. He skates outside, sends it on towards the net. It goes wide left. Now center pass, but only the Icehawks are there. Now Rockets lose the zone. Riddy fights to get the puck back. Ends up on the ice. Centered, but intercepted by Sullivan. And offsides on the Rockets. I didn't really catch what happened there, but Brown ends up offsides and goes for a line change. Repa will be at center. Grove on the right wing. Shot. Glove save by the Icehawks goalie. Face-off inside Icehawks zone. Face-off controlled by the Icehawks. They'd come off the power play, and now it's a 4-on-5. Whittle gets to the puck first. Icehawks are there. Now Whittle sends it up the boards, contained inside the zone by the point. He sends it back along the side of the boards again. Whittle's there. And back into the neutral zone. Whittle sends it. Across the ice now to the other point. He enters the zone. And it's going to be offsides on the Icehawks. 9:54 left in the period. Face-off won by the Icehawks and then intercepted by and shot by the Rockets on the breakaway, deflected by the Icehawks goalie. They send it right back up out and break out of the zone fast. They've got a chance here at a one-on-one. He reverses direction. He's got a guy in front of the net, passes it, and shot and deflected by the goalie. Watson. Sorry, I thought he changed for a second. Puck trickles back across the zone. Whittle gets a stick on it, but then the Icehawks were there with another guy in front of the net, and just Watson didn't have a chance at that one. It's going to give the Icehawks their first goal here in the second period with 9:19 left to go. Rockets bring in a new line. Face-off one. Schrader with the puck. Now Sullivan. Sullivan flips it deep into the zone. Shot from the slot. And save. Great pass from Fisher to Brown. And then back to Fisher with the shot, and then glove save by the goalie. Face-off, controlled by the Rockets. Rockets trying to get a shot off again. Trader with the shot, sends it wide right, no deflections in front. Now the Rockets behind the net. Center pass. Oh, and he tries to bury one, but gets deflected out in front. Good opportunity. Trader now with the puck. Skates around, sends it up the boards again. Repa's right there, and then back into the neutral zone. Icehawks send it. Shot in front of the net, doesn't touch the goalie. Salmon's trying to keep the D cleared out of there. Now back into the neutral zone. Icehawks chasing after it. No icing. And sent right back up the boards again. Rockets turning around in the neutral zone, then back to the Icehawks. They hit back into the Rockets zone. Backhand shot, trying to get through. Oh, trickles right in front of the net, and that guy can't. Icehawks with their guy at center couldn't get a shot off. So Rockets got a little lucky on that one. Now shot from the slot. And that's saved by Watson and covered with 7:23 left in the first. Second. 7:23 left in the second. Rockets send in 3 more. Offensive men. Icehawks win face-off, back to the point to point, and shot. Deflected off the skate of Malin Smith. Another pass in front of the net. Battle in the corner. The Rockets come away with it. And try to send it behind the net. Tried to get a play set up there, but got checked. Now Riddy with the puck in the neutral zone, skates back, changes direction, and sends it back into the neutral zone. Good play by Riddy. Now Rockets have 3 that going the other way, but can't make the play fast enough to make anything happen with it. Barnes battling for it in the corner. Now Malin Smith in the neutral zone. He flips it back in, and that's going to be offsides on the Rockets. Barnes couldn't quite get back on sides quick enough. Sullivan in at center. He wins the faceoff back to Whittle. Whittle skates after it. He's got a guy on his back, and the Rockets get lucky there. Screech in the corner battling for it. Now Whittle behind the net. And Sullivan sends it up the boards, and Icehawks able to keep it in the zone still. Now the Rockets clear the zone. It's heading back the other way. No icing on the play. Icehawks turn it around and send it back into the neutral zone. Now Whittle's chasing it. And Watson decides to cover that. He had 3 Icehawks heading his way with only 1 or 2 Rockets, so good move by Watson to cover the puck there with 5:23 left in the second. Groves now at center taking the face-off. Puck sent up the side of the boards into the neutral zone. Icehawks gather it up in their own zone and send it back the other way. Shot from this long shot, deflected out in front. Now sent into the Icehawks zone. Rockets chase after it. Icehawks pick it up behind the net. Now Rockets win the battle and send it back deep again. Icehawks pick it up though. Now from the slot, Rockets shot, and it's deflected up high into the air, about where he stood. And the Icehawks are going back the other way. penalty. Penalty on Trader. I didn't see what they called. Now the penalty says a minute and a half. The Rockets have a few too many people on the ice, but they get that cleared off before the face-off. Sullivan wins the face-off, but controlled by the Icehawks, sent across behind the net, actually. And now the Rockets pick it up. Sullivan gets to the puck, tries to send it up the boards. Icehawks keep it in the zone. Oh. Sullivan gets tangled up in the puck, and then the Icehawks get a shot, but doesn't make it through. Now the Rockets able to clear the zone. Icehawks have to reset. They come out and go right back in again. Really efficient. And now shot. Saved by Watson. Now sent all the way to the other side of the ice, but this one's going to end up on net, so no icing. Good play. I think that's a good no call. A lot of people wanted a penalty there. Rockets now on the penalty kill, trying to get a shot off. They have the... Now from the point. Puck sent by Riddy. Deflected out in front. Can't quite get on net. Now the Icehawks send it back into the neutral zone. They got a breakaway the other way, but Malin Smith's right there. They can't quite connect on the pass. They do have somebody, 3 guys down now as the Rockets change. Oh! Shot saved by Watson. Now Rockets send it into the neutral zone. No icing. Power plays, penalty kills over. Now Rockets. Oh boy, that was scary. I don't know if I got that much on camera. Offsides on the Rockets is Rodkovich. Face-off controlled by the Rockets. Screech chases after it into the corner. He sends it over to Whittle. Whittle looks to send it up the boards. Now he's going to skate with it. Now he sends it into the center of the ice to Grove. Loses the puck. Now back into the neutral zone again. Now to Trader. Whittle gets in between there again. Sends it into the neutral zone. And the Rockets send it deep into the zone. Whittle with the great stick. And that's a trip. Whittle now with the puck. And that's going to end the play there for the penalty now on the Icehawks for tripping. It's going to give the Rockets a power play here with 44 seconds left in the second period. So this power play will carry over into the third period. Rockets down 1-0. Salmons and Whittle now on the play. Face-off won by the Rockets. Sent towards the net. Now picked up by the Icehawks. Icehawks send it into the zone, neutral zone. Now over to Salmons. Salmons passes it right to the Icehawks. And the puck ends up on net and Watson covers. Sullivan on the faceoff. Icehawks win it. Shot gets knocked down and then blocked by Malin Smith. Doesn't end up getting to the net. Now the Rockets are heading back the other way. Brown loses the puck back to Malin Smith in the Rocket zone. He sends it up to Sullivan. Could have had something good going on there, but that's going to end the second period. Start of the third period, Sullivan takes the faceoff. Brown comes away with the puck. Shot gets deflected out in front. Rockets have a chance here, but can't connect now from the point, and he buries it. Riddy steps up into the center of the ice and buries the puck to get the Rockets their first. Icehawks goalie's laying on the ice. Not sure what happened. Icehawks do have another goalie. Looks like they're going to bring him in. Not sure what happened. He got up though, so that's great. Sullivan in on the faceoff again with Malin Smith, Riddy, Brown. Sullivan and Screech, I think, are on the play. Oh, that's not Screech. That's Fisher. Now Fisher behind the net. Puck sent back into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Icehawks. They shoot it and goes wide right. Watson came out of the goal to try and glove save it, but misses it. The Rockets doing okay. Now Brown into the neutral zone from the pass. He's got a chance. He's going to shoot it. He passes it over to Sullivan, but Sullivan's not quite there now. Just back to Riddy. Riddy skates up. He looks to bury another one. The Rockets get 2 or 3 shots on this new goalie who didn't have much time to warm up. Poor guy. Now the Rockets circle around. Oh, they're going to call a trip on that. I don't know. That might have been a no-call trip. I don't know. I didn't really see it that well, but they called it. So the Rockets going to get another power play with 10:56 left in the third period. I mean, I think it was a trip. I just thought that it was kind of more inadvertent, I guess, which is still a trip. Rockets going to get a power play. Whittle and Salmons on defense. Salmons sends one towards the net. Whittle now sends it back deep again. In the corner. Centered. Shot. And glove saved by the goalie. Picks it up. Oh, it was a glove save. I don't know. It looked like a goal. I don't know. Watson having Salmons play back towards the blue line more. Salmons sends it back deep again. Good job. Repa sends it in deep. Now back to Salmons. Shoots it again. Now passed. Backhand. Tried to be a pass. Back in front of the net. Can't quite capitalize it. No. Oh. Grayson sends it, or Whittle over to Salmons and then back up again. Now Rockets got to get back fast. Whittle gets a stick on it and moves it outside. Now back the other way, the Rockets go. Looks like it's Repa, or no, it's not Repa. Rockets with a move, shot, ends up going wide right. Now Salmons sends it deep again. Salmons again towards the net, and another shot gets deflected out in front. Salmons keeps it at the blue line. They lose the zone. Now Fisher, shot into the corner. I think it bounced off the goalie's glove. Skate Grayson. Whittle able to get back in time. That's going to be offsides on the Icehawks. Puck just bounced pretty quick back and forth. Now Trader and Whittle in on defensive line. Rockets send it up the side of the boards, try and get out of the zone, and they do. Rockets enter the zone barely. Now they kick it in a little deeper. Trader able to keep it inside the line, and then able to still keep it inside the line there. Now rid of a check. Passes it across. Now Trader heading fast. Tries to catch up with it before the Icehawks do, and he does. He circles behind the net. Sends it back into the neutral zone. Now Whittle chasing after it again. He sends it towards the neutral zone. It's deflected in front of him anyway, and kept it in the zone. Now Whittle back with the puck again. Whittle tries to flip it out of the zone. Now Icehawks from the slot. Again, I have a guy just hanging out there all day long. They're going to get their second goal to go up 2-1 over the Rockets. The Rockets have got to do a better job of clearing the guys from out in front of the net. I'm not sure where he came from. Face-off after the goal is controlled by the Icehawks, then sent into the zone. Riddy flips it up. And it's going to be offsides on the Icehawks. Icehawks in the neutral zone. They send it deep into the Rocket zone. Pass made to Repa. Repa now, he's got another guy. Sends it deep into the corner. Now Riddy sends it over to Malin Smith. Then set back into the neutral zone. Malin Smith skating fast. He picks up with it. Sends it over to Riddy. Riddy makes a pass into the neutral zone, but right to the Icehawk. Great pass to Brown now. Brown's got two guys in front of him. Can't quite get control of the puck. Still has it though. Now behind the net. And loses control of it. Now Icehawks skating out of the zone, into the neutral zone, past the red line. Oh no, they make a couple moves, backhand shot into the glove of Watson. Face off inside the Rocket zone. 5:55 left in the period and the game. Icehawks keep control of it. It sends it back toward the net where Watson covers. Face-off won by the Icehawks. Now controlled by the Rockets. Brown has two guys with him, one guy catching him. He sends it into the corner. Sullivan now battles for the puck, falls down. Fisher now, Brown. Circle all the way back around. Now from the point, Brown basically takes him out while he's shooting, but no penalty. Brown's getting up slow. Looks like he got a Charlie horse in that situation, or in the end. Center pass again. Icehawks, but can't quite get the guy there now. Fisher. Shot deflected off of the stick of Watson. Didn't catch all of that one, but glove diving save for Watson. Could have let it go, but you never know. Better to get it and cover it. 4:34 left in the third. Face-off won by the Rockets. Flipped into the neutral zone. Icehawks send it immediately across the ice. And now up the boards. Rockets there to intercept it, heading back the other way. They enter the zone. Shot deflected. No call. Trader keeps it in. Back up the boards again. Salmons is there, sends it deep again. Shot. And it ends up going wide left. Rockets still keeping it deep in their zone. Now right in front of the net again. Rockets try to center. Now puck. The Rockets have it right in front. That's going to be icing on the Icehawks. Good shift for the Rockets, getting a few shots on goal and keeping it on that side of the ice. Icehawks looks like they're kind of playing a little bit of a defensive game, as you can understand, with 3:14 left in the game with a 1-goal lead. Riddy and Malin Smith now on defense. Malin Smith rips one, goes wide left off the face-off. Now Repa sends it down deep again. It's going to be offsides on the Icehawks. Probably good for the Rockets on that one.
Come on, 3 minutes, hustle.
Face off right outside the zone. Won by the Rockets. Now Icehawks into the Rockets zone in the corner. Riddy with the puck, skates behind and sends it up the boards. Rockets aren't there to get it out of the zone though. Now back to Riddy behind the net. He skates hard and gets to the puck. Battles for it. Now Rockets kick it up the boards, and then Icehawks lose the zone, send it back across the ice. Icehawks send it right back in. Malin Smith takes it around the side of the net. Rockets change their forwards. Now send it back up the center of the ice. Sullivan touches the puck, but doesn't get all the way through anyway. Now the Icehawks right out the blue line, send it back deep into the zone again. 1:52 left in the game. The Rockets will probably be looking... Oh, puck ends up all the way around the side of the ice. They're chasing after it. Brown's going after it. He's got Sullivan and Fisher with him. Rockets have nobody in front of the net. And the Icehawks send it back into the neutral zone. Whittle then sends it deep again, and that's going to be offsides on the Rockets. He tried to get back on sides, though. He was diving after it. Diving for the blue line with 1:23 left in the game.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Go hard.
The Rockets trying to figure out who to put on for defense. They end up going with Trader. Or that's not that. Yeah, Trader sends it in. Now sent back into the neutral zone, into the Icehawks zone. But they kick it out again. The Rockets able to stay on sides. That looked like a trip. Trader battles after it, can't get there fast enough to keep it in the zone. Malin Smith stops the puck now. The Rockets have pulled their goalie. They got 6 guys out there. Now Sullivan's got a break. See if he can make something happen. Puck gets stuck up against the wall. Shot and goes wide right. Now Trader tries to keep it in the zone but loses it. And now the Icehawks are in the neutral zone. Again, Rockets have pulled their goalie. Shot wide right off the post. Rockets trying to get back to the other side of the ice again. Pass up to Brown. Brown gets the pad. He's got a chance. Gets hooked big time. No call. And that's going to end the game 2-1. Great game between the Icehawks and the Rockets. The Rockets just couldn't quite capitalize on the chances they had, but played a good game. All right, that's game 1 of 5 today. So again, if you're into watching youth hockey, all the way from B-League, 14U, B-League, Parkway Central versus West is the last game of the night. Next game we have is going to be the 14U Elite, and then followed by the 10U Elite team at the Afton rink here. So we'll see everyone then.